Thor Ragnarok took what was easily, in my opinion, Marvel's worst series and made one of its best movies. Thor Ragnarok, or as I'm just going to call it Ragnarok, is the third installment in the Thor franchise. The Thor franchise has been by far the worst franchise, in my opinion, when it comes to Marvel. I find all of the movies a little bit weaker, a little less humorous, a little less action-packed, and less meaningful to the overall Marvel arc. Ragnarok, however, had like Deadpool-level funny. It had Spider-Man-level quips in it. Absolutely amazing action sequences, one of the best plots I've seen out of a Marvel movie in a long time. It was insanely original and wildly awesome. It sounds like I'm blowing smoke up your ass or being a Marvel fanboy, and I'm really not. I'm not a Marvel fanboy. There's plenty of these movies that I don't like a lot, and some that I just haven't even seen yet. Thor, very simply put, without getting any spoilers, follows Thor and Loki teaming up, trying to stop their sister Hela, who's a long-lost sister that they apparently have, who's trying to take over Asgard. Hela is the god of war, and obviously because of that, very difficult to stop, and vanquishes Thor and Loki to a place that I'm blanking on the name of right now. Basically, it's like the junkyard of the universe. Anything lost and forgotten kind of goes there. This place is run by the Grand Master. Now, I'll get to the Grand Master in a minute when I talk about characters and actors, but Grand Master is played by Jeff Goldblum, who does amazing. Like, I didn't actually even expect him to have this big of a part. I thought he was going to have like a tiny little supporting role, but he did really good in this. And I'm happy they had him a lot more than I thought they were going to. But anyway, on this land, Thor gets dropped down as well as Loki, but he gets dropped down like a week beforehand because time. And Thor gets picked up and is forced into like arena-type battles. In this, he comes across Hulk. Now, out of this comes some of the greatest comedy that I've seen in a Marvel movie, because Hulk actually has a voice now. Hulk talks. And to my much surprise, Hulk is hilarious. Because of this as well, we also get one of the best fight scenes between two of the Avengers I've ever seen, which is Hulk and Thor. It's amazing. You're just gonna have to watch it, and trust me. To talk a little bit more about the comedy that I keep coming back to, it's rather surprising, actually, how much is in this, and the fact that it doesn't get old. I thought that with this much comedy in a movie where I didn't expect it nor need it, it would get tiresome very quickly. From the very beginning, Thor's very quippy, very on his toes with the comebacks, and he's never really been like that. It's very welcome, however, because, as I've stated, the Thor franchise is a bit weak compared to the other ones, in my opinion. Tom Hiddleston in this kills it as well. I mean, he's Tom Hiddleston, he kills everything he's in, and him and Chris Hemsworth play very well off each other. I believe the fact that they're brothers, and this is probably the first movie that I've seen where they kind of play into the whole brotherly bond that they have, even though Loki's always abandoning him and betraying him, and it's really nice to see them go into that a little bit deeper. I don't want to spoil too much, but Loki has some redeemable factors in this movie, even so much so that you kind of forgive him from the whole Tesseract situation. As I've said before, Jeff Goldblum is in this, and he plays the Grand Master, who basically runs this planet or universe or whatever it is they drop into, and his fighter, his champion, is the Hulk, and that's how we get introduced to the Hulk when he fights Thor. The character of the Grand Master is so eccentric. He's basically playing the most comedic version of Jeff Goldblum playing himself. That's the best way I can think to describe it. It has all the that you expect from Jeff Goldblum, and it's more than I could have ever asked for. Mark Ruffalo obviously plays the Hulk, and the motion capture is very good. Hulk is better in this than he ever has been, but the parts where Mark Ruffalo plays Bruce Banner are also phenomenal, because he's been stuck as the Hulk for about 2 years now, and seeing him play Bruce Banner, not knowing what the fuck is going on, and kind of going a little insane being trapped inside the Hulk for that long, he does it great. There's not exactly a lot more I can say about this movie without spoiling anything, and I'm trying really hard to just get across to you how great this movie is without telling you too much, because you should really go into this movie knowing as little as possible. So, in the end, I'm going to give this movie a 9.3 and tell you to definitely check it out as soon as you can. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check out my other reviews.